Hey everybody, Dan Lobby here with Lance Reisland. We're going to take a closer look at the Browns and some of the protection issues that they had on Sunday. Lance has two plays for us. Lance, why don't you lead us off here with one example of some issues the Browns had with their protection?
They had issues with everything. It just wasn't the offensive line. They had issues with communication. They had issues with fundamentals. They had issues with effort. Let's take a look at this first one. The Giants are going to run a pin stunt, which means they're going to pin Ethan Posick right here. So you're going to take a look here. So the Browns are going to help on this defensive end, right, with Ford. They're going to help on this defensive end with Akins. So these two are 2 for 1 out here. Then inside, the Giants are going to run a stunt. This D tackle is going to come all the way across. This D tackle Chapman is going to come, and you're going to see him pin this hip of Ethan Posick. And Ethan Posick has to stay square or he's going to get beat. So as you can see, as the play starts, Browns are good out here on the ends. They got 2 for 1. Inside, you can see the twist is going to start here. So as the twist starts, Batonio has got to make sure that he's yelling twist, twist, twist. Posick is wrong here. Posick's got his hip. You can see his hips are turned towards this defensive tackle, which is going to allow Chapman to get his hands and put them right here on the hip, which you get right here. You can see Chapman's on the hip. So as Teller waits for the twist, Batonio waits for the twist. We got good blocking out here because of the chip. Pocket is really good. But because Posick didn't have his hips square, Chapman is able to push his hips, resulting in a sack because he's by Posick.
All right, so that was an example of the line struggling with some communication and technique issues, but it was not all the offensive line on Sunday. Let's take another look, or let's take a look at another play where Deshaun Watson had some responsibility as well.
All right, let's take a look at another sack that happened on Sunday on Watson from another stump the Giants ran. So here's what you're going to get. So as Cooper goes in motion, Pinnock is going to follow. Now, as Pinnock goes in motion, you're going to see later in the sideline view, Tyler Nubin's going to bump over. That should be the indicator to Watson, but he doesn't see it. So as he comes over, they're going to run a stunt. Lawrence is going to come all the way outside Jed Wills. Pinnock is going to come way wide, right? And then they're going to get Thibodeau. Thibodeau is going to come down inside. But the thing is, there's this 5-man protection with 5 coming. Pinnock, D-end, D-tackle, D-tackle, D-end. So there's 5 for 5. The Browns should be good. So play starts the twist. The play starts with the twist. So Thibodeau is going to come down inside. Posick is waiting. Batonio sees the D tackle coming in hard into his B gap. He takes him, right? Jed should be kicking outside to Pinnock, right? So there, once again, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 off of linemen. Browns should be good. And Ford's going to chip on this end. But there's a communication issue. So you can see Batonio's eyes go inside to Thibodeau after the twist. So now the Browns are going to have both Posick and Batonio on Thibodeau. Now, Jed Will's effort issue. So Jed, this is not his guy. Jed should be kicking out to Pinnock. But because Batonio leaves, he gets mixed up and actually doesn't block either. So the communication starts with up front. 5 guys, it should be an easy pickup for the Browns. It also takes us to our next point. Here's the same play from a sideline view. Pinnock goes with Cooper in motion. Watson's got to see that Nubin bumps over. It's a cover 1. Now, there's a couple tells. One is Nubin bumps over. The other is Belton is in here at linebacker. So all that happens here is Belton is going to retreat, and Nubin is going to come take Akins. Now, as you see the play happen, Watson is looking over to his right. So as mixed up as the line is, and there's the stunt I showed you earlier, here's Akins coming wide open. Belton vacated the middle. Nubin is coming up, but look how far he's got to go. It won't be a huge gain, but it'll be a solid gain for Akins. You can see Enrique is going to go cover Ford. There's just a huge opening here. So the offensive line starts with not communicating, very poor fundamentals inside, and Watson doesn't see it. And you can see there's plenty of time for Watson just to go right to Akins if his eyes are on the right spot.